everybody, it's Elizabeth with the Art Tishing Home, and today we're going to be making a chicken pot pie, and I will be making it from scratch. So first off, I am grabbing a medium-sized onion and I'm going to dice it up. The onions are done and I'm going to put them to the side. I have some already pre-sliced baby bellas that I'm going to be using, and then I have some baby carrots, and I'm going to slice those up to put into the pie as well. I'm going to use half of the bag for the pie. Now I'm going to put the carrots to the side. So this chicken has been cubed and it has been marinating in beer and black pepper and buttery steakhouse seasoning, well, Kinder's buttery house steakhouse seasoning, and that's what it's been marinating in for at least 24 hours. I have my Dutch oven, but you could use whatever pot you want to use. I'm just using my Dutch oven because I kind of want to give it to have a nice sear. I'm going to use some olive oil and put it into my Dutch oven and let that heat up. So my olive oil has heated up and I'm going to put in my onion and I'm going to saute the onion. I'm going to add in my salt and pepper to taste. There's my salt and pepper to taste. Now I'm going to start to add in the chicken and cook the chicken. Okay, I'm going to be adding in more salt and pepper, some thyme, and then celery seed, and then more of the Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse seasoning. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of the celery seed. I'm also going to do 1 teaspoon of the thyme, and put it in. I'm going to go in with half a teaspoon of Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse seasoning. I'm going to give that a good mix. I'm going to add in the mushrooms. As you can see, I added in the carrots, and now I'm going to put in a tablespoon of minced garlic. 1 tablespoon in. I have my food processor here and all-purpose flour. I'm going to do 2½ cups of all-purpose flour into my food processor. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of sea salt. I'm going to use 2 sticks of butter that I got out of my fridge. It would be better if you had them in the freezer, but I didn't exactly know that I was going to make this today. So otherwise I would have put it in the freezer. And I'm going to cube this up. 1 teaspoon of sugar. There we go. And put it in. So I have half a cup of ice water on the side and my butter is cubed. And now I'm just gonna pulse the dry ingredients. I'm slowly going to work in the butter. I put in 2. Then I'm going to pulse. Added in all of the butter and I am adding the water on top and pulsing it to make the dough. This is what the dough looks like. Now I'm going to pull it from the food processor and I'm going to roll it out. I'm going to take the dough out and I have some wax paper and I have a pie crust rolling pin. It would even been better if I had put the pie crust rolling pin in the fridge, but again, wasn't anticipating on making this today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spread out my all-purpose flour to kind of help it not stick to the paper. I rolled it out and I poked some holes in it with a fork, and this piece is rolled out as well. I'm gonna blind bake it for 15 minutes in my oven. It's already preheated at 375 degrees, and this is still cooking. Okay, I'm going to use heavy whipping cream, and I'm going to use half a cup because there, as you can see, there is already liquid in there. So I don't want to make it too liquidy, but I'm going to use heavy whipping cream and half a cup. Technically, I should have added in the flour earlier, but I got distracted by my son and totally forgot. So I'm going to add it in now, and hopefully it doesn't taste like flour. But make sure that you cook your flour thoroughly before you add it in. I just love having ADHD. So this is roughly 1/4 cup of flour. I should have cooked this thoroughly before I did this. I already stirred it, and I'm gonna let this cook, so hopefully it thickens up. As you can see, it thickened up, and I have 3 minutes left until I pull out the pie crust. And I am going to put this to the side to let this cool down, so hopefully it cools down, and then I can start to fill in my pie. I removed the under pie crust and I filled it with the filling. I'm letting it cool down before I put the top pie crust on and do the design. I have 1 egg that I'm going to whisk and use to coat the top of my pie crust. So as you can see, I put the top pie crust on and I'm making some slits. I have a pan underneath, obviously. I'm not a professional. I am a home cook. So it does not look perfect, but that's okay because it's gonna taste good. Now I'm going to brush the egg yolk on top of the pie. And now I'm gonna pop it into the oven. I'll probably put on aluminum foil around the edges of the pie so that the crust around the pie doesn't burn. I'm gonna set the timer for 50 minutes. I put tinfoil around the edges so the edges don't burn. This is what it looks like after it's been cooking in the oven for 50 minutes. Looks pretty done to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Bye!